Okay, so we have moved in. We have moved into the shop. So now it's time to really dig into it. We've got her all stripped down, like you guys have seen. We got her all sanded down, and now we're ready to really start working on her. Started making a list, started talking about precedents, started grinding out some of the rough areas, talking about fiberglassing, talking about design intent. Got the hull scanned, and so now we're really moving into it. So I was just making some bunks today, making some bunks so we can move around easy. So I figured I would make a quick video and kind of show you how I'm doing it. So we have this old furniture mover laying around, you know, nothing fancy. It's just whatever we had laying around, and we're like, well, let's use that. So just taking some framing lumber, cutting her down to size where the pressure points are. And with a sailboat, you obviously have compound curves, and so this isn't gonna be the final bunk, so this is just a test. So we're just, you know, making some rough bunks in here and then locking them into place with some screws. And then the cross bracing. But the cross bracing, I wanted it to lay flat on the bunk. I didn't want to have an angle here, so I quickly marked the angle, which is just roughly the angle of the hull, and kind of scribed that in place, and then took it over there to the bandsaw and just kind of notched that out. And so that's what I'm in the middle of doing on this side. So you can see the way to do that is just kind of roughly sketch the inverse of whatever the angle is. So this side needs to come down. So you just sketch this distance, which is the same as this distance. And then you just connect the lines with a line, and that will lower down, much like you see on this side. And you'll sit relatively flat and level on your bunks. So then the distance between this and that are obviously the distance on the furniture mover. And then we'll have some nice bunks. So yeah, well, I'll cut that real quick and then put it on the bunks and screw it together and show you what we got. Okay, so we almost got the bunks here finished. We cut those notches on both sides and screwed everything down. And so now we've got a nice solid piece, solid bunk here that sits nice and flush on the hull and runs forward and back really nice. And most importantly, these sit parallel to each other. So when we take this thing off, we put it on our furniture mover here, it sits flat on the furniture mover. So if those are sitting flat together, then when we tip this thing over and put it onto the bunks, everything's gonna sit flat and it's gonna be level, and we're gonna be able to move around really easily and not have to worry about anything rocking or those screws giving way. If we would have locked those in place, much like we did these, right? The little angle on there, it would have been much more severe on these pieces, but I just didn't like that. I didn't like the idea of the boat being held up by threads on a screw. And so now that those are nice and flat, we'll just either screw the bunks into the furniture mover. I mean, it's junk, we're not gonna use it again. Or we'll drill some holes and put some bolts in it, but other than that, yeah, some nice, simple, finished bunks. So we'll get those done and then we'll flip the boat over and start cutting away at it. See if we can get rolling. But yeah, thanks you guys for watching, and tune in next time.